Let's start this question by trying to make sense of 2,241% of something. Now, as an example, we can say 83% of something is the same as saying 0.83. So if you have 83% in percent form, then it's 0.83 in decimal form. Spelling that out a little better, we would take the decimal and move it 2 to the left, and it would end up here. So similarly, if we have 2,241% of something and we take the decimal and move it 2 left, so the decimal is here, and we're going to go 1, 2 to the left. That's going to give us 22.41. So when the question tells us A is this percent of the sum of B and C, we can translate that into saying A is equal to 22.41 times the sum of B and C. Now we're also being told right here that B is 83% of C. So B is 83% of C. Now we're being asked to relate B and A to one another. In other words, we need to get rid of C. And the easiest way to get rid of C is by solving for C and then plugging it back into the other equation. So let's divide by 0.83 on both sides. And we'll have C equals B over 0.83 so far. Now that's the same as 1B because having no number is like having the invisible number 1. And what's 1 divided by 0.83? That's 1.2048, and it's sort of a never-ending decimal. Now, this is where it's good to remember that you should be using a TI-84 on an SAT or a similar graphing calculator in combination with the Desmos, because there are certain situations where the handheld calculator is better and some where the Desmos calculator is better. So I'm writing 1.2, but really in the memory of my calculator, it's the never-ending decimal. So C is 1.2 times B. Now we'll plug that back in where C goes here. So A is 22.41, B plus 1.2 and change times B. So we're taking that long decimal with the 1.2 and we're adding 1 to represent that 1B. And right now we've got A is 22.41 times 2.2B. Multiply the two numbers together, and you'll get 49.41. 49.41B. So A is 49.41B, and we were converting between decimal and percent by saying that if you're going from percent to decimal, you're moving the decimal 2 spaces left. And if you're going from decimal to percent, you're moving the decimal 2 spaces right. So here we're in decimal form. To make it percent form, we've got to take that decimal and move it 1, 2 spaces right. So A is 4941% of B. And that is answer choice D here.